No matter how it may seem, no one has control over your life except for you. This is not personal, financial, or life advice. We're just a couple of guys and an occasional guest talking out loud. Welcome to the What Are We Doing podcast.
About good lawsuit. Good morning, guys. What's going on?
That was funny.
Yo.
What's going on, guys? Good morning.
What's
Hansome
up,
Kelly.
everyone? What's up, everyone? Kadeem Brown, live in the flesh, back like I never left. What's up, everyone?
What's going on, guys?
How's everybody's doing? How's everybody's weekend?
It's Monday morning.
Back to the grind.
Back to this beautiful weather.
Yeah, finally, bro. It's been a while.
We're going to talk into existence. We recorded this episode. We recorded it on Thursday, so let's hope so that the week we put this out, it's going to be beautiful.
It's going to.
Yeah.
This is true speaking of existence.
Yeah, we have to, because it's been like 30 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was 75 degrees, and that very night dropped to 30.
Yo, it's ridiculous out here. It's ridiculous out
Can't
here.
keep doing this. I don't know what's going on. I got to leave New York.
Every episode, bro, you scare me.
I keep forgetting, yeah.
Every episode, those guys get closer and closer to leave. So we're hiring for another co-host. So if anybody wants to fill my spot, send applications to What Are We Doing podcast. What Are We Doing PC at gmail.com, and I'll review them. I'll get back to you.
Actually, guys, we got a special guest today.
Another guest.
We got an artist, a poet.
Mm-hmm.
He does it all.
All right. Before he even says who he is or anything, I want him to spit one of his verses. And if it's hot, then we'll keep him on going, and then we'll go from there. So I want you to spit one of your verses right now, and then we'll introduce you after that.
Not even his name?
Nah, nothing. They gotta feel him before.
You gonna put him on blast like that?
Yeah. I think he's good for it.
Hold on.
No pressure.
You know what it is. Funk. How's he doing? We got my man over here. I can't say his name yet. We're gonna see what he can do. You ready?
I'm ready.
Drop that beat. Let's go.
Let's hear it.
So this one is called The Conversation. Now with this conversation, I'm going to need a little participation, so allow me to get to demonstrating. When I say RC, both of y'all say L. You got me?
Got it.
Let's get right into it. RC.
L.
You haven't been given a serious thought yet, but it's funny, because nowadays you're on my mind rather often. Lord knows I pray to meet you one day before I'm laying in a coffin. I've heard many times that your presence bring instant motivation and determination. Well, I'm already self-motivated, so I guess that means that moment when my heart started racing, a recipe for success is what I'm facing. It should be fun, right? Come inside, release, and stay. But your moms ain't got a ring yet. And as God is my witness, I'ma buzz you here the right way. See, one thing you should know about your family is, it's sad to say, but that's not usually how the cards are dealt. But look, your pops got a joke up his sleeve, and best believe, I'ma change that book. You see, your old man is slick with words because my gift of gab is sort of like a jab, because it comes quick. How ironic. That's exactly how I see you getting here from a tip. When I first get word about you, I promise to never flip. You see, son, your kind oftentimes scares people because the news is so suddenly unexpected. I mean, what the hell did they think would happen if you sexing unprotected? But see me, I got this blueprint mapped out, and I swear the shit gotta be complete before you take your first breath. So I'm never depressed about full-time school or full-time work, because thinking of you keeps me in line like a scrimmage. And I see you picture perfect in my head, so ain't no cropping your image. I'ma raise you to be a man. And that's my word, you better not ever take that stand. Cause I'm a witness, truth be told, it's challenging for our people in this world. Oh shit, just dawned on me. What if I have a baby girl? Nah. I swear I'm gonna give you the life that I never had. That's a 2-parent household and a best friend for a dad. You see, I ain't grow up with mines, and the times the scars make me want to blow up like a landmine. How typical. But through the grace of God, I did the polar opposite of a reciprocal. So our relationship will be one that all your friends will start seeking. I swear we gonna have that type of bond where we making plans every weekend. I want you to live in the image of the Lord and be 100 times better of a man than me. Because son, there's gonna come a time where you're going to be the most important branch on his family tree. RCL, I want to teach you to do the right thing like Spike Lee. I pray to God I make you proud. RCL, I plan on turning your mother into a wife from a daughter. And as long as I'm breathing, I'ma always be there to support her. RCL, I want to show you to respect the woman and protect the heart whenever you receive it. Never mistreat it. Don't ever be peer pressure into having multiple women in rotation. And if you ever turn to that channel, son, it's time to change the station. RCL, I hope you grow to be a Laker fan, so one day we'll both be live watching them from the stands. RCL, I can see you riding shotgun with RSL in the CLS. RCL, I want to teach you to practice honesty, loyalty, integrity, and putting family first. RCL, I want to teach you to invest in a profit that's going to bring you tons of financial security. Son, it's not always about Jordans, jewelry, and Gucci. Damn, I can't wait to meet you. Ryan Carter Luchie. Nigga.
I like that. I like that.
My man.
That was
Appreciate
tight,
you,
that was
brother.
tight.
So we gonna introduce him or
Yeah,
what?
we gonna just.
I passed the test.
You passed the test. Yeah, you hear this? I thought it was gonna be a short episode, but
So
you passed the test.
Nice. Concluded real quick in the first 5 minutes.
Nice.
So we got a poet, we got an artist over here. His name is Rasheem Luchey.
Okay.
What?
Rasheem.
Oh shit! It's so good though. I still love you, Handsome. It's so good, baby.
It's cool. We got Rasheem Luchey. Where you from, Rasheem? Where you from?
I thought that's so confident too.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, man, that's
So
not
good,
good.
You got an
bro.
A for effort, bro.
You think about radio, Raheem? Yo, Raheem. Oh man, yeah. Rasheem Luchey, originally born and raised in Brooklyn, New York.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
And where you live now, bro?
I currently reside in Los Angeles, California.
Nice. So you're a long ways from home.
Yeah, man. I flew all the way out here just to fuck with y'all, man.
Yo, we
Because
really
y'all popping
appreciate
in
it.
these
We
streets.
appreciate that.
We
You
really,
already
really
know.
appreciate
We growing, we
it.
growing.
Absolutely.
Numbers getting up there.
That's what's up.
Clientele cooking.
So what are you doing out in LA, bro?
Yo, man, I'm out there just pursuing my dreams, man. Become a full-time working actor. You
Okay.
know? I made that move a year and a half ago, and
Dope.
I'm on a journey, man.
Damn. So let's take it back. So what really got you into acting, and what made you really take that leap and get out there?
Oh, so you trying to take it back like BC back, like before cell phones back? Okay, no, I'm gonna fuck with you. I'm gonna tell you from the very beginning.
All right, let's hear it.
So my love for acting literally started in apartment 3B, Brookline Projects. That's where I grew up at. The remember
Brookline, where's that? Sorry for
it's
everybody.
in the Canarsie section of Brooklyn, like
Okay,
right
Brooklyn,
off
New
the
York.
L train line.
Okay.
Yeah, Brooklyn, New York. So the Remember the Titans, the Training Days, the John Q's, the Out of Towns, the Man on Fires. Those were my years in high school.
Okay.
And I used to just be in the crib all day just reciting Denzel lines. Okay. At the point, Rasheem, stop. It's too late to be screaming. Jake, come back here. All day. Like, bro. Yo, it was so bad. You remember in high school when we had like music on our answer machines?
Yeah.
You remember that? I'm taking it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought about the,
You never
the
did
math. Well, that was in junior high school.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well, yeah, that was my high school days. Yo, I had Denzel scenes. So when you call my phone, you'll hear, Jake, King Kong. Like, it was that bad,
That's
bro.
real. That's real, bro.
Real shit.
That's dedication.
So then one day in English class, Mr. Nicholas Gaffredo, Canarsie High School, never forget him, he had us doing improvs. So I ain't know what this was. He was like, Rasheem, just go up there and say whatever comes to mind. And I was nervous. I wasn't even going to go up. So then right before I got out the chair, I specifically remember saying, what would Denzel do? I'm dead ass, bro. This is a true story.
I love it.
I got up, and that decision changed my life because I was doing a scene with a young lady named Sansia Lee Shung. I don't know where she at, but God bless her.
God bless you.
Word up. And it was one, and she was a Laker fan.
You never looked up on Facebook?
I don't have Facebook anymore. We was Facebook friends when I had it, but I mean I've been off for a while.
We gotta find you. What's her name?
Yeah, Sansia Lee Shung.
We're definitely gonna send this to you.
Yeah, Laker fan.
She'll hear this. Don't worry. She'll hear this.
Yo, Sansia, what up? So we did the scene, right? And it was one of those classes where like everybody was talking. So me and her is in this intense scene, and it's like you could hear a pin drop. And everybody's just paying attention. And I stopped and looked at the teacher like, he said, no, Rasheem, keep going. Anyway, from that class, he put together a play called Choices. And it was the first time I had ever performed on stage in front of an audience. And I played a lawyer, and I had one scene, and I had to tell my brother that his son was murdered, which was my nephew, due to him running the streets. And it was one of those high intense scenes, screaming. So when I got off stage, everybody like gave a standing ovation. I was back there like, yo, I was nervous as hell the whole time. Like, imagine if I really like studied this or, you know what I mean? Like, knew what I was doing, and you know, I've been chasing it ever since then.
Jeez,
that's where it started.
That's a story.
Denzel, man.
That's a story.
That goes to show, like, when you have that passion, and that passion is still with you right now.
Absolutely.
You feel like it got stronger over the years?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Initially, I fell in love with it just for the feeling it gave me. I didn't know anything about the perks of being an actor once you make it in terms of money or traveling. It just made me feel alive.
How it makes you feel. That's what.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So my intentions are pure with it. You know what I mean? I'm not chasing fame or millions. Like, of course, I got to make a living. Yeah, I am an adult, but I genuinely love it. Like, you feel me?
So when did you realize that you really wanted to pursue this? Like, did you go to college for this, or like what did you do after high school?
Yeah, so after high school, I wasn't serious with it. I did some extra work. I don't know if y'all remember the show like Ugly Betty and Nights at Party.
Oh, you was in that?
I was an extra.
Actually,
I remember seeing Vanessa Williams come up a subway. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So I mean, I did extra work for a few years. And of course, I was working.
What else you was on?
Law and Order and a show called Knights of Prosperity. It got canceled after the first season, but Sofia Vergara was in it.
So you were extras in these?
Yeah, it's background work.
Okay. Hold on. How did you even get to that point right there?
You know what? I think it was, I want to say Central Casting.
Okay.
It's a site that you sign up for.
Okay.
And do like, I want to be an extra, yeah.
So did you have like a portfolio that you have to send something? Sorry.
Well, back then I had nothing. Like, I didn't have no acting resume.
So you're just shooting your shot right there.
Yeah, I took my first headshots at Sears. Like,
you took a leap.
Sears photo.
Yeah. I still got it too. I had the little Kobe afro. It's in my crib.
That's real though. To still have it, I mean, it means a lot to you.
I want to keep it, bro.
Do they pay you to be extra?
Yeah, it's like a little $100, something like that.
That's still something.
That's a good look. And do you still have that like in your resume right now? Like
no. So. Yeah, so basically, I was trained like you don't want to put extra work on your resume because you don't want to be seen as a background actor. You know, and come to think about it, I think it was New York Casting, not Central Casting. I think that's what I signed up for.
New York Casting?
Yeah.
We'll probably put that in show notes.
I mean, I
so everybody can get on.
Yeah, so I don't put no background work on my resume, only principal roles, which means you're speaking, you have some kind of line.
All right, cool. So we talked about like your high school age and you coming up. So after that, what did you do? Like, did you go right into college, or did you get a job, or how did that work out? Did you keep pursuing acting after that?
Yeah, after high school, I got a job at Marshall's at Gateway Mall in Brooklyn. And that was my very first job after high school. And I was doing background work for a few years. Wasn't really taking acting as serious. I didn't really have no direction, to be honest with you.
Okay.
But things really started getting rolling when I went back to college in 2010. I went to BMCC in Tribeca.
Okay.
And I got my associate's degree in theater arts. That's when I did my first collegiate level production. The play was called Life is a Dream. First time I had ever heard sound cues or lighting cues. So it was just a different feeling from the high school play.
Why did you feel like you had to go back to college though? Like what was that? You said you didn't have guidance. So what led you back into college?
Right. So basically I was working for JetBlue Airways in 2008 full time. So I didn't go back to school necessarily per se to get a job. I just wanted to experience what it was like going to college. You know, I had always been a good student in high school, and everybody's like, "Luch, what school you going to?" I'm not in school. What? You're not in college? Like, why? You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, and then it was a CUNY, so it's not like I was going to get
paying a lot of money. It was community college. Yeah, so,
exactly.
Okay.
So yeah, went to school. Of course, I wanted to study what I was into, which was theater arts. And then I graduated from BMCC in 2012. Then went to Harlem City College and got my bachelor's in theater arts in 2014. Okay. I did more college plays there. And after I graduated, I went to a professional conservatory program called Michael Howard Studios in Chelsea. And that had been the first time where I was around actors full time, like 40 hours a week, just studying. And I was just like, man, I do not want to go back to work. That is just so depressing, bro.
Were you still working at that time?
Yeah.
So how are you managing all that?
Bro, I had to do swaps and take time off, but it was a 6-week program, like full time. And, you know, I'm not going to lie to you. After the program wrapped, I resigned.
Oh, that's your dream.
I don't want to do this, and I moved to LA.
That's how you jump.
Mm-hmm.
So you went to LA right after that.
I graduated in August 2016 or July, I want to say, and I moved to LA September 12, 2016.
Do you feel like you had to move to LA to pursue acting, or what was the reason why you took that jump all the way to LA?
Oh, not at all, not at all. I wanted to live in LA for a while, just for the weather mainly. You could definitely be an actor in New York, Atlanta, you know.
Describe that transition from New York to LA.
Man, that was rough, bro.
Why so?
So let me just tell you what was going on that time. So I had ambivalent thoughts of moving to LA for a while. I didn't just wake up and say, okay, I'm doing it. You know, you at first it's like, yeah, I want to go to LA. Well, you know, go back to college first. You know, get a bachelor's degree. Excuse number one. All right, you get a bachelor's. What's the reason now? No, you pay off your debt first. Pay off the student loan. Then you go. Knocked off my student loan 1.5 years. You running out of excuses, Rasheem. You either going to do it or you not. So after I just kept making excuses. I'm like, yo, only thing worse than a casket is one filled with regrets. Like, just take a chance, bro. Yeah. You know, but it's scary. I had no friends or family out there. What the fuck am I going to do? So anyway, so after I graduated from the program, I was like, yo, I had a friend from college that lived in West Covina. I said, and I'm not the type that usually like asking people to do anything. I just hate the fact that they might throw it up in my face. So I'm like super independent. Sometimes we all need a little help. You know what I mean?
We definitely do.
So I put my pride to the side and I was like, let me ask her, can I stay with her? Like for, you know, a month until I find a job, a place, anything, right? Yeah. So I asked her, and she gave me the kind of answer that was like,
no.
Basically, like, yo, I don't know if you're gonna need a month. I give you like a week. I'm like, what the fuck you gonna do if I don't find something in a week? Like, I'm like, I appreciate it, but I was like, this is a reminder why I don't like asking people to do shit. So I got on my job. I'm looking for a job, in a place to stay in New York from across the country, in LA from New York. Right, and at this time I'm also in bartending school because I wanted to have like a backup plan, I'm doing a play in the city, a play called Romantic Fools, right? Word. So I land the job, right? Now I'm like, I need a place to stay. So needless to say, that transition was like so hectic because I'm going on Craigslist and a couple of other Truilla, a couple other sites. So I was getting frustrated. Yeah. Came across this dude, Santa Monica. Yeah. Santa Monica, right? And I knew I was taking a chance because at first I was like, all right. He was like, when I first sent him, he was like, yeah, I'm showing the apartment this weekend. What time can you come? He played it so well.
That's me right there.
He played it so well, bro. I'm like, oh, nah, I'm in New York right now. I can't come. But I'm like, when I was making the decision to send him the money for the deposit, I'm like, why would he say come see it this weekend? But now I think about it, he saw my area code and assumed I was out of town. So anyway, make a long story short, I sent him the bread, little 500, and I'm doing a play Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I'm moving to LA Monday.
Did you sign a contract?
No contract. I just sent the money, the whole apartment down. He does not answer the phone on Saturday or Friday, and I'm like, your car is already picked up. Going to a location and you have nowhere to go when you touch down, like. And then I said to myself, hold on.
So what day were you planning to go out there?
Monday, September 12th.
When did you send him the bread?
I want to say maybe that Tuesday or Wednesday.
And then you were planning on going the following Monday.
Yeah.
And you already shipped your car and everything down there.
Yeah, it got picked up. It sounds like, damn, you were very naive, and I get it. But all the shit I had going on, I was just so frustrated. Yeah, I'm like, okay, this is,
you need a break.
Yeah, and I was just hoping that he was a decent human being like I am. Yeah. You know what I mean? But that's his karma. I ain't even tripping off that. So I'm like, yo, you going out there Monday with no place to go. Then I said, with every great change comes adversity. You're gonna catch this flight and you're gonna figure this shit out.
There you go.
Caught the flight, booked the Airbnb for like 4 days, and through the grace of God, I touched down on September 12, 2016. I had the keys to an apartment in Hollywood on September 16th. 4 days later, bro.
So
nobody finds an apartment in 4 days. Like, that is nothing but God and great credit. Major key. Word up, dog. Word the mother.
So how was the process of getting that apartment? How do you land that apartment?
Bro, I was just nonstop searching. Like, you gotta understand, I'm in an Airbnb with nowhere to go. Like, no friends, no family. Like, I had to see like 5 places a day. And I went to go see it on the 14th. I was like, I want it. It had a kitchen, a bathroom.
That's all you needed.
I was like, I want it. I filled out the application. She hit me 2 days later, bro. And I was just thanking God. Damn, I was praying every morning, bro. Like, yeah, it was a scary transition. Like, it really was. And it's unfortunate because I'm like, what if that was like the only bread I had?
Exactly.
Like that karma is going to be very ugly for that individual.
And you believe in karma?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Good karma and bad karma. Good karma and bad karma.
Okay, that's a crazy story. All right, so from there, so you started on the wrong foot.
On the wrong foot. But there's people that have worse stories. Like I just spoke to a girl who like going from house to house. People live in their car, so it can always be worse.
I thought the story was going to play where he's living in his car.
That's
like the cliche Hollywood story.
And I'm
living in a car, and now I made it big.
Bro, I'm not doing that. I don't feel like you have to go that route. Like I feel like, you know what I mean, you can work. I mean, you got Uber, Postman, you got so many jobs.
So much stuff,
I need a bed, bro.
Yo, that's so crazy.
I respect it though.
What people go through and nobody, like even DJ Khaled, like he was living in his car since he was like 30 something.
Wow,
like
for real?
He was making $100 a week.
Yeah,
he was what?
Making $100 a week.
Yeah, living in his Honda Civic. Like not a lot of people know like the backstory of a lot of people and the sacrifice that it takes to get to your dreams. So I definitely commend you, especially taking that leap of faith from New York to LA. We just had somebody on the podcast, I think like 3-4 weeks ago, and she was talking about she took that leap and she went out to LA as well to pursue like her music, not music, but like she was in the music industry.
Oh wow.
So yeah, it's definitely hats off to y'all. Yeah,
man, it's
hats
tough.
off to y'all. So all right, so now you're in LA. So now what's your goal when you get to LA? Like what are you trying to do when you get to LA?
Well, the goal has always been the same, bro. It's to become a full-time working actor. You know, that's the overall goal. You know, it doesn't happen overnight at all.
Of course
it really doesn't. It's a long journey, but it's something that I want to do. So it's like I'm never stopping. I don't care how long it takes. You know what I mean?
So until then, what's the biggest experience that you had before going to LA? Like what's the biggest role you had or the biggest thing you did that was on your resume that, okay, I'm going to use this to get another gig?
Well, I wouldn't necessarily say you can get a gig like based on something. I mean, unless you got some credits like on TV or whatever. The most notable role I had, I would say, is a film I did, my first film out of college. It was called Torn Pages. And it'll always be special to me because this was literally the first film I ever did. And I got cast 2 weeks before I graduated, so I was so happy. And I was the lead, and I played a guy by the name of Landry. And it was titled Torn Pages because each character in the film had like a page missing from their life. So for me, I was supposed to go to the NBA, didn't work out. My best friend, when we met my wife, he liked her first, but he didn't say nothing. And she liked him.
Wow.
So that story never played out, Torn Pages. And then she also died. My wife. Yeah. First scene out of college, I'm in a fucking funeral. Like, what a way to start. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, so it was pretty cool. I would say Torn Pages. And it actually won Best Acting at a film festival in Portland, Oregon.
Oh, yeah?
Dope.
Not me as Best Actor, but Best Acting overall.
Okay. That's what's up. What year was that?
This was 2014. I think we won in 2015. We filmed in 2014, though.
Dope. Okay, so what jobs did you have? Did you have a job when you moved to LA? You said you were like securing a job and everything. Did you have a job or?
Yeah, you know, I had a job lined up, but it didn't even work out. Honestly, it's so weird. So when I got my apartment, I literally didn't have no job. But I had a letter stating that I was supposed to start. But I wound up getting my first job in a call center called Campus Explorer. Santa Monica. Yeah.
Yo, I'm asking all these questions because I would I want everybody to like follow the journey that it took him to get to the point right now. So I'm trying to get you guys some descriptions before you guys see where he's at right now. Just all the bullshit that he's going through to get to that point of where he's at right now, to where he's a little bit more comfortable, a little more stable, and starting to get a lot better looks right now.
Not even just that. You guys also have to remember that the year he's talking about is 2014, 2015. This is a few years ago. Yeah. So anything that you're going through right now, you have to look at it that way. Look at it, you can get past it. If he can get past it, you can get past it.
That's facts.
Absolutely, yeah. So the call center and Uber, of course, was holding me down, paying that rent. And there's something out there called Postmates. I don't know if y'all have that here.
Yeah, I think we have like
Postmates.
Uber Eats, Postmates,
same thing.
DoorDash, all the same thing. Yeah.
So I mean, you know, for me, I didn't want to work full time anymore. This is why I resigned from JetBlue.
Of course,
because you need time to dedicate towards it. So I just wanted a bunch of part-time jobs or jobs like Uber where you could literally do it whenever you want. So, you know, I have time to go to these castings.
Speaking of JetBlue, you got to share with them the story on your on your what's it called, the video you did with them.
Oh, right. Yeah. So
I think we're gonna talk about it.
No, we can talk about this airline. We can talk about the next airline. I
thought that sounded
cat's out the bag.
No, this airline we can talk about.
So JetBlue had a competition when I was employed with them. It was a company-wide competition too, where they was looking for like poets, singers, rappers, what have you. And I'm at an audition when my managers text me like, "Rasheem, check your emails." I'm like, "All right, this might be some acting opportunity." I'm like, "Man, you want me to do this?" Like, but they knew I wrote and performed.
Yeah.
Bro, I wrote something on a Sunday afternoon watching football. I really got selected, bro. We shot a video, and this video is being played at every orientation class now
for JetBlue.
Yeah, we were watching little clips of it before we started.
It was a great experience. I'm not gonna lie to you. Sometimes
did they cut you a check?
No, I didn't get a check.
That's how they get you.
They knew he was an employee, bro.
That's how they get you.
Kept it in-house, bro.
Kept it in-house. That's smart.
That's why I need you to be my agent.
They were in an in-house competition.
They got every single one.
That's true.
Ain't even work for them no more.
What?
Dang, they got some good lawyers.
That's crazy. You get no check for that?
I didn't. And the funny thing is,
and it's pretty good too.
A friend of mine from college,
that's stealing. America.
A friend of mine from college, he got hired by JetBlue in like 2015, 16. And he texted me like, "Yo, bro, I just saw your video at orientation." I'm like, "Wow, word."
That's too.
I know somebody working at JetBlue. I'm gonna ask her if she said.
I got the video. I'll show it to you.
All right, I gotta see that.
That's bad funny. All right, so now we're in LA.
Yeah.
You have no job. You got hired. You got no job.
He just got hired to right.
Your Campus Explorer.
Oh, Campus Explorer. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah. So what were you doing at Campus Explorer? Yeah, call center.
Yeah, it was like answering the phones. Like one of those. It was cool. It was a nice first job.
Answering phones for what? Like,
yeah, like I'm sorry. I was upselling schools to kids that were going to college.
Okay. I'm following you.
Nothing to write home about.
All right, so now you're there. Okay, I have to get back in the acting field. So where do you go from there?
Right. So there's sites that you pay for yearly.
Okay.
One is called actorsaccess.com, and the other one out there is called LA Casting. I was on Backstage out here, but out there, I spoke to a few agents. There was like nobody uses Backstage. So my other site I use out there is called castingfrontier.com.
Okay.
So you just go on these sites daily and just submit for auditions, look through breakdowns, and whatever fits you just submit for.
So at that point, you're applying for roles or casting calls every single day. Then
every single day,
every
bro.
day,
every single day.
Even Sundays.
Even Sundays, but breakdowns usually go out Monday through Friday mainly.
Okay,
but I check them every single day.
Okay, dope. Jeez.
Absolutely.
And so now you're at the casting thing. So when did you move? And did you ever go into like acting school out there, or did you ever get further? How do you get into like agency or anything like that out there?
Right. So I did take 2 commercial classes and 1 acting class out there. I took a class with Sue Hamilton in NoHo, which is North Hollywood.
Yeah.
And I took a commercial class with Mike Pointer, stuff like Pico and La Brea, I believe. I took another class in Hollywood with Marcus Brown. So 2 commercial classes, 1 regular acting class, along with just submitting for auditions and what have you.
Jeez, that's what's up.
Yeah, but I just recently did my first film though in LA.
And how did you land that?
Through Actors Access.
Okay, Actors Access. Okay.
Yeah,
that's a key right there, guys.
It's a major key. Yeah, it was a really, really good experience though, man. Like by far the best student film I've ever been a part of.
Yeah. And what was that about? How did you get that? You got to do Actors Access, but like after you applied for that, when did they get back to you? And
yeah, it's usually take like maybe a few days within a week. Then I auditioned. It was a self-tape audition. I auditioned, sent it in. Then they wanted an in-person audition. After that, I got cast, and it was a great experience. It was a 7-day shoot. I was playing a police officer for the very first time.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a student film, but this dude like put a lot of money in it. He had a real police officer on set. He had a police car. We shot in Anaheim, Ludlow, California. It was just a great experience.
How does that work? Like, if you're getting a police car, do you have to ask permission, or how does that work?
Yeah, he got a permit for it.
There you go.
Yeah, so he had a permit for the car and a real police officer on set. So he put a lot of money in the film.
Jeez, that's
you got to do that for your work.
Right, absolutely.
That's crazy. All right, so you're out there like doing everything you can. Are you still working at this point now? Like, what are you doing right now?
Yeah, I'm still working. Definitely have to pay the rent. You
Okay,
know, I don't have any roommates, but I do want a roommate.
Yeah.
It's expensive out there, bro. But yeah, I work at LAX. I work for Uber. I work for Postmates, and I also drive for Lyft as well.
So that grinds, Chris. So you're doing all that and still trying to get.
And I forgot to mention, I'm also a host for a company called Big Review TV.
What's that about? Yeah, I saw a couple of those clips.
Yeah, you saw those clips, right? Yo, you see me out there, right?
I was doing that while I was watching The Flash.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically, you just go to different businesses. It's a 2-man crew, the camera guy, then it's me. We interview the owner from questions that's prepared on a creative.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's real dope, bro. You get to meet people and like talk to them and things like that.
Oh, that's the clip that I remember.
Yeah,
Okay,
you saw it on the table.
Yeah.
And I do my little intro like, hey, this is Rasheem. What are we doing now? Podcast. Let's go check out these studs. Let's see what the buzz is about.
Yeah.
And then at the end, I just talk about my experience. Like,
how's that?
It's great, bro. Like, I've never seen myself being a host before, so it's just like sometimes you just gotta branch out in different fields.
Do they give you things for free?
Absolutely. Like, when you go to a business, you get like a cupcake or. I went to a toys store. He gave me a few toys. Like whatever business you go into,
they hold you down.
Yeah, they hold you down. Even a food place, like we ate for free. I'm just like, man,
that's what you need when you're struggling.
That's
right. You have to worry about.
Seriously, bro.
You never worry about that expense.
Hell yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool though.
That's not bad. Damn. So all right. So now that you're kind of getting your foot in the table and things like that, what are some of like your short-term goals that you have right now?
My short-term goals. Well, honestly, my short-term goal right now is to drop to 195.
Oh, to
pounds.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm 15 down since New Year's.
Congratulations.
Thank you, man. And I need about 20 more to go.
That's not bad. That's not bad. On the grind.
15? That's you could get it.
Yeah, I've been relapsing like crazy, but I gotta celebrate the small victories. I'm still 15 pounds down. You know what I'm saying? It's tough, man. It's tough.
Trust me, I'll go through the same struggle right now, bro. So I understand it. I understand it.
LA that's your conversation.
Hey, my LA Fitness king right here. Yeah. And another one is to get a theatrical agent.
Okay.
Right now I have a commercial agent. I need a theatrical one.
What's the difference?
Well, commercial agents submit you for commercials only, and theatrical submit you to film and television.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
What lane do you want to actually like see yourself in?
Film and TV.
Film. Okay,
absolutely.
That's the biggest one. Okay, I get what you're saying.
Commercials just like happened when I went out there. Like I took the class, and then we had a like a what do you call it? Like a showcase. And then that's how I got with a commercial agent.
Is it hard to get like an agent or anything like that?
Absolutely.
It's hard to get an agent?
Hell yeah.
Oh,
and there's no specific route to take. Like it could just your cousin could be an agent. I know this guy. I get signed just like that. Or
so you don't have to be licensed to be an agent?
Oh no, the agents do. But I'm talking about for an actor to get an agent.
Oh, okay.
You're talking about how you become an agent.
No. I'm talking about how you
get an agent.
Yeah,
right?
how do you get an agent?
Yeah, I mean it's just. When your time comes, it comes, bro. For me, I did the showcase. She liked me, called me in. We had a little meeting. And that's how I got with her. But it could be simple as a Uber trip. Oh, I'm an actor. Oh, really? My uncles, you're cool. Let me give me your information. Boom.
Okay.
Yeah. Network to make the check work.
So what's the importance of having a good agent out there?
Well, it's really important. I mean, that's the difference between, the people you see on shows that you like and shows that you don't like. Like the agent is the one that's going to get you on The Flash or, some shows that we love. Like I don't have access to those. I only have access to what's on Actors Access and
right.
LA Cast and things.
So
like
are you
that.
constantly paying your agent or how does that work? Like the transaction? Do you have to pay your agent or do they only make money from when you get a gig?
Right. So what happens is normally they take 10 to 15% of whatever you book that they got you an audition for.
Okay.
So if you go out and audition for something and you don't land a role, they don't get paid. They only get paid if you get paid.
Okay. So they really have to like you and stuff like that.
Right. Absolutely. Because they, at the end of the day, they're not signing you because I want to help you chase your dream. No. Can I make some money off of you?
Yeah.
They got mortgages to pay.
Yeah, that's true.
Jeez.
You know
okay.
I'm
following.
Yeah.
All right. So that's some of your short-term goals.
Wait, hold on. Before you get to that, what type of agents can get you in that lane?
Well, the top agencies.
Yeah. How do you go find those?
Yeah, that's a process, bro. Because for me, from what I know, it's like at my current state right now, I need to get into like a boutique agency, which isn't too big. Because if I get into one of these top agencies, it's like I'm a small fish in a a huge shark, a huge pond rather, a huge shark.
A small fish in the belly.
They gonna eat me in the belly of a shark. There you go. Yeah, so right now I'm just trying to get in an agency where I could get some attention and actually get sent out on auditions.
Process.
We get to these agencies and you'll get shelved. You won't get no auditions at all.
How much auditions are you going on right now? Like, are you actively going on auditions or?
I've been on 2 auditions since I got with her.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how did those auditions go?
I didn't get it. But it was a good experience. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So what is it like going to audition? Like walk us in the frame of mind of going to audition.
Well, with commercials, it's more about personality.
Okay.
You know, that's mainly what it is. Okay. Personality. With film and TV, like you usually, I know from out here they want you to like prepare a monologue, but out there it's just like they usually give you sides from the film. So you'll just read a scene. It'll be you on camera, and they'll have a reader that feeds you the lines. Yes, that's basically how it works. And then you just try to make choices, even if it's a small choice. Like, for example, if you meet a young lady for the first time and y'all about to sit down, just kiss her hand. That's not in the script, but they like, oh wow, this guy's embodying
got some pizzazz.
Yeah, like your objective is
to innovate.
Right. Your objective is to get her to like you. So let me try something different. Like,
okay, I'm following.
So you're allowed, you're allowed to improvise within the script.
Right.
Because I would hear stories about like actors who were in movies like, oh, he wasn't supposed to do that.
Yeah.
But he did it. Like Wall Street, Wolf of Wall Street. You know, he wasn't supposed to do
Leonardo DiCaprio.
He wasn't supposed to do that, but he did it on. So you're able to do that.
Yeah, I mean, certain directors, I guess, have their own method of way of doing things. But I mean, yeah, you are the character. You can't be like a robot. You got to make decisions on your own. You know. Don't stray too far away from the script and just create a whole new dialogue. But you gotta embody it.
It's some of your long-term goals. So your short-term goals is get down in weight, and also
agent.
And theatrical agent. So where do you see yourself in like maybe like 15, 20, 30 years from now? Like what is your ultimate goal?
My ultimate goal has been the same, and that's strictly to work full-time as an actor.
What, let's break that down though.
Meaning,
that's like a vague goal.
Right.
Break it down.
Break it down, like in terms of what, like
do you could act full time? That could be like just on TV. Like,
okay,
what are you really trying to pursue? Yeah,
so film and TV is number one, but I just want to act in general. So when I tell you, like right now, I'm an actor. I am an actor. I do have IMDb credits, but I'm an actor who also has 4 different other jobs. I'm not getting no money from acting right now.
You want one acting period.
That's all I want my profession to be. Like I want to be able to maintain a living strictly from doing what I love to do for a living.
And does that go by landing a big role, like get on the series or something like that? What kind of roles do you have to land to be able to live off of?
I mean, I feel like it depends on you, because if I could start making some money from commercials now, and if I invest it right, I would never have to punch in a clock again in my life. Right. You know what I mean? So it don't have to be no crazy big role. Like, it just depends on what you do with your money. But I'm not making that kind of money from acting right now. So right now I'm still working like regular job.
So you definitely been in the game for like a while now, right? A couple of years in the acting game. Yeah. You know people who, I'm sure you came up with some people who are on to the next level right now. Do you feel like it was luck that they got them there, or do you feel like it was mostly hard work? Because I'm sure you were working just as hard as them. What do you feel like separates them taking off from you taking off?
Well, you know, I feel like everybody has their time. You know, that's where it comes down to. I wouldn't say it was luck, or like I have a friend right now who's also from Brooklyn. She's like my biggest inspiration when it comes to acting in terms of someone I know personally. Her name is Dominique Fishback. She played Jay-Z's mother in the Smile video. Yeah, she's incredible. She's on a show with James Franco called The Deuce on HBO. Oh, wow. She's absolutely incredible, bro. Dope. She's amazing. And
that was somebody you came up with, basically?
No. I met her through a friend in college, and I went to a play that she had, and she played 16 characters. It was a one-woman play.
Jeez.
It was called Subverted. She is absolutely amazing. Dominique Fishback.
It's a live play.
Yes, 16 different characters, bro. One woman. Straight out of Brooklyn, New York, baby. She was just in LA last week, and she helped me with an audition. Like, she helped me film it. She's incredible. She's incredible.
That's what's up.
That's what's up. Back.
She deserves everything she's getting, because she's amazing. She's a force to be reckoned with.
So what are some of the steps that you feel like you're about to take to get to that ultimate goal then?
Right now, bro, the first thing I'm trying to do is get a theatrical agent. You know, I feel like I have enough credits on my resume in terms of like student films, short films, plays, training, to get representation now.
Yeah.
I have a reel done. I was just showing y'all my hosting reel, so that's something else I can do. I also write. I do spoken word and poetry. I perform like throughout Hollywood. And you know, some of these roles they be looking for rappers and things like that. So that's a skill as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So the next step is right now is just to get a theatrical agent. That's like literally the next step for me.
Jeez.
As well as still auditioning.
You're gonna get it
constantly. I appreciate that.
So somebody that's thinking about getting in the acting role or getting to the position where you're at, where you have a couple of short films on your plate and things like that, what steps would you tell them to take?
I would tell them to start with getting a headshot.
Okay.
Because you need that to submit for auditions.
Can't go to Sears anymore though, right?
No, don't go to Sears. That was my first headshot, bro. I want to say this is like 04, 05.
Sears was the biggest place to like do photo shoots at. I used to work at Sears back in the day, but Sears Photos, that was the place to go. Yeah.
I went to the one in Kings Plaza in Brooklyn. Yeah, man. I don't know if y'all familiar with Kings Plaza.
No Kings Plaza. Yeah.
Man, throwback. Start with a headshot, then sign up for the sites. Actors Access. It's LA Casting out there. I think out here is Casting Networks.
Okay, out in New York. Okay.
Yeah, and Backstage. You know, these are sites where you get your auditions at, and don't worry about not having nothing on your resume. Like everybody starts somewhere.
Okay.
And get in the acting class too. Meet other actors and network, because that's it too. That's a large part of it. You know?
Do you feel like acting is something you can learn? Everything he said, also like all those sites, we'll put in the show notes. So if you are thinking about something like that, you can go over there and check it out. But do you feel like acting is something that you can learn, or do you feel like you have to have like a natural talent for it? I
feel like it's something you can learn.
Oh, so
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. I mean, if you have a genuine interest in it, you can learn it. There's a whole bunch of information out there. Stedler, Adler, Stanislavski, Meisner techniques. Like, you can learn it. Like, just devote time to it. You know what I'm saying?
How often do you find yourself jumping out like your comfort zone when it comes to acting? Do you feel comfortable acting, or is it like, okay, you have to take that deep breath and let me get to it?
Bro, I'm never comfortable.
Okay.
And no, honestly, this is one thing I love about it, because I feel like I would never, ever be satisfied, ever. Like, I'm always feeling like I always can do something better. Like, and it's like, I'm not even like fronting when I say it. It's like some people are like, oh, you killed that. You killed. No, I missed that. I'm not fully this character. Like, you're always going to chase it.
Yeah. Okay.
So, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. I can't even explain it, bro.
You feel you're too hard on yourself by having that demeanor? Yeah
and no, because I'm not biased. Like, I'm not just saying, oh, I could never do nothing wrong. Like, when I do something right, I applaud it. But for the most part, what I'm saying is I never feel like you'll ever be done perfecting the craft of acting. So you'll always be chasing greatness. Like, there's actors that you know now, that'll tell you they would never be able to stop learning. Like, you can always learn something new about it. You know what I mean? You shouldn't. I mean, in life, period, you should never get to the point where you feel like you're done learning something.
Yeah, you always gotta be.
That's when you're done.
Yeah,
exactly. That's when you're done. Gems.
Yeah, you gotta be a consistent learner.
Right.
Every
exactly.
single day.
Yeah.
So, what do you feel like out of all your learning experience, your failures and everything? What's your like biggest failure? What's your like biggest takeaway from that failure?
That's a good question. You know what? That's actually a 2-part answer. Can I break it down one time for the people? All right, so the first part is let me gather my thoughts. Okay, so hold on. Damn, I just lost my thought. Give me 1 second. Okay. So I auditioned for a play. Like 3 years ago, right? And a friend of mine from college, she had been in a previous production, and it was such a dope play. Like, it was God and the devil having a conversation. I was just like, oh my God, this writer! I want to meet this writer.
Yeah.
So from that, I met him, and then I had an audition for another play he did, and I didn't get the role, and I was beating myself up because I'm like, damn, I hope I ain't embarrassed my friend. She didn't want to introduce me to him.
Yeah.
I had a conversation with her, and she was like, no, Rasheem, you need to calm down. He thought you were great, but he didn't cast you because the schedules didn't match up. I was like, I just like mentally destroyed myself, like, you know what I mean? And so from that I learned to never beat yourself up and stop making false assumptions. And the second part of an experience that I learned, before I went to City College,
yeah,
I had got accepted to Brooklyn College BFA acting program.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, and I don't know if y'all know about it, but it's like real prestigious. I was like 15 out of 500 that they got accepted. Word. And just to give you a little backstory, so I went to school in 2010, but in my crib I had affirmations on my wall.
Of course.
And one of them said BMCC Associate's Degree 2012, which happened. And the other one said Brooklyn College BFA Acting 2014. So just to let y'all know, I had planned to go to the school.
Yeah.
And around that whole time, I'm submitting. And now at this time, I'm taking 19 credits. I'm working 40 hours a week, and I'm doing a play. Life's a Journey. My last semester at BMCC.
Mm-hmm.
So I submit the little essay questions at Brooklyn College. They didn't even hit me back. A friend of mine who submitted her questions after me got an audition before me. So first I'm being prideful. Like, they don't want me. I go somewhere else. I'm like, son, don't seem right. Mm-hmm. So I call him. And I literally like went up there and handed it to them in person. 'Cause I used to live in East Flatbush at the time.
Yeah.
Rasheem, we didn't get your letters. I don't know what happened. But if you could email them tonight, I get you an audition. Email them. Make a long story short, I had a week to prepare. Everybody else like 2-3 months.
Damn.
Mind you, 19 credits, 40 hours a week, and doing a play.
Yeah.
I get 10, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I read the letter, I cried in my 2001 Nissan Altima on Flatbush Avenue.
That's huge.
And the reason being is because, you know, when you act and all your friends, oh, you did good. But this had been the first time somebody validated my talent who was like in the game. You know what I mean? Make a long story short, I couldn't really do it because I had to quit my job. Mm-hmm. And I was living alone at the time. And I'm thinking if I could work and go to school full time the previous 2 years, why can't I do it for the bachelor's? But that program, you were required to be on stage because it was a acting program.
Mm-hmm.
And that lesson taught me to deal with heartbreak when it came to acting. So if I don't get a role now, it doesn't even bother me, you know?
So during that time, what was going through your mind? Do you feel like, yo, my acting career is over, I'm never going to be anything now, like this was my only one shot and I'm missing it? Like, what was going through your mind around that time?
No, I wasn't thinking that far ahead because at the end of the day, like there's people that went to Yale graduate school who's not even acting right now. So school doesn't validate that, but it was just so hurtful because, like I said, that was the first time somebody other than my friends thought I was a good actor and wanted me to be in this program. And under the circumstances, like I had a week, I had so much shit going on. Mm-hmm. I still got the letter in my crib. Like I'll never destroy that letter.
Mm-hmm. So that was like a validation. Like, oh, I can do this.
Validation.
Like, I'm following.
Exactly.
I'm following you. That's what's up, though, bro.
Yeah.
So what do you feel like? What was one word that can describe like your current level of success right now? What's that one thing or one word that you can sum yourself up, sum your drive up, sum everything up?
Stubbornness.
Okay.
Yeah. This is the one time I'm using my stubbornness for something good. Yo, real talk. Like before I moved out here, I had a chance to be a New York City police officer.
Yeah, jeez.
I was a month away from the academy.
Oh, so when did you start applying for a cop, and why did you apply to like be a cop?
It was the semester I was about to graduate from BMCC in 2012.
Okay.
And it's because you're getting older, you know, you thinking of 401k pension, you want some money. You want to make a living, have a family one day.
You want stability.
Yeah. So I applied for multiple city jobs, fire, FDNY, MTA, and they called me and I was going through the process and I was online at like 5 a.m. just looking around like, what am I doing? Mm-hmm. You know you don't want to be a cop. You didn't even like cops growing up. You're doing this for the wrong reasons.
Right.
I walked off that line, a 2-year process, bro. Emailed my investigator, y'all moving to LA to pursue my dreams. Wow, Rasheem, I respect it. You're a great young man. I wish you the best out there.
Yes, I'm here from him?
No, hell no. I don't even remember his name. No. We wasn't friends. Yeah, man. I turned down MTA too. Could have been a bus driver. I mean, it's just, I just want to be happy, bro.
That's cool. And you feel like your happiness lies when you reach this goal that you're pursuing right now.
Absolutely, bro. You gotta understand, I'm on set 13, 14 hours and it doesn't even feel like work. That is a seldom feeling, bro. Yeah. I could be at a 6 hour shift, like, can't wait to go home. Like, it just feels so good, bro.
That's
like
facts,
action,
that's facts.
Cut, do it again. Like I love every second of it.
That's dope, bro. That's dope. I don't know if you have anything else to ask, H?
No,
you're good. That's dope. All right, so let's leave them with one more of your spoken words, and we'll also leave. You have a SoundCloud as well, right?
Yeah.
Where they can find a lot of your spoken words and everything like that. And let's leave them with one more of that, and yeah, that's it. So I mean, we can start it off. Where can they follow you on Instagram also?
Okay, so my handles are the same. SoundCloud, Snapchat, Twitter, and Instagram is at RLUCHIE_14. Once more, RLUCHIE_14.
What's the 14 stand for?
I was born on December 14th, and I also graduated in 2014, so that's my number.
Double entendre or not?
Word.
All right, so we're gonna end off with his with his spoken word. And so if you're listening to this, I hope you enjoy your Monday morning. Thanks for listening in. You can follow me at Way Too Irrational. You can follow Hansome at HansomeKelly_. You can also email us at What Are We Doing Podcast PC and.
Our Instagram
is I always forget Instagram. Yeah. Our Instagram is What Are We Doing PC at Instagram. Bam. So
no, it's What Are We Doing PC.
That's what I said.
You said at Instagram.
At Instagram?
Oh. At Instagram, follow us. Yeah, so everybody enjoy your Monday morning, and we will see you next week. Thanks for tuning in.
All right, Rob. Let's take it away.
All right, let's take it away. All right, this one is called A Dream Unseen. Check it out. She puts God first. And that isn't only necessarily subjected to just being a regular in church. Educated, sophisticated, with a domesticated state as high as an electric bill in July. And if your wings were ever damaged, her support will make that man believe he can fly. A sports fanatic who listens to rap just as much as she does rhythm and blues. Handsome, often I tell myself she doesn't exist, so it's a catch-22. Beautiful and brilliant with maybe a sibling or two, because I want my kids to have some aunts and uncles. Love, this is a future I'm building with you. Her father treats her like a queen. Her parents, they're still married. I hope these standards aren't too high to pursue, because I already have missing daddy issues, and Lord knows I don't need you to have them too. It doesn't matter if she's light-skinned or dark-skinned, because Luchie ain't with that self-hatred shit, and she's an independent lady, so she's experienced with riding more than just a stick. Listen, because she drives, cleans, reads, and even has her own career. A go-getter sister who's an illiterate to the meaning of fear. A movie buff who plays video games, that'd be a plus. Thus, she cooks extremely well because I'm a picky eater, goodness me. She's there during my highs and lows, so she'll always balance me. 5'5" to 5'7", 36 C's with a nice healthy figure. I mean the type of attraction that'll constantly make a junior friend get bigger. But looks fade away like Jordan in his prime, so it's imperative that her personality be equivalent to a dime. The type of woman that you can laugh and joke with while y'all just sitting on the couch, and she takes her own vacations so she never trips when you go out. I mean, because she realized at times a man just want to be a man, and as long as he's good to her, she thoroughly understands. A woman with balance so she can be real silly or real serious. I mean, she's so cool and never bitchy, even when she's on a period. She hardly complains and speaks her mind without being all emotional. She communicates very well, so our conversations are never controversial. First row at all your shows, because she's your number one fan and never boring. And this woman presence is guaranteed, Kareem, even if she works the next morning. A lady that's sent to theater plays like the ones that be in my hometown on Broadway, so she knows just how to act whenever you had a long day. And shorty knows how to pray during bad times, so she knows faith will get us through this. In other words, she's a woman, so she's mature enough not to keep girl friends in our business. And her confidence is through the roof. I swear this shit is never to the floor. What I'm trying to say is this woman doesn't associate herself with the meaning of insecure. Oh, for sure. And baby girl, you can be black, Indian, Brazilian, Spanish, Bajan, Haitian, or even Jamaican. If you equipped with these credentials, drunk off your love, forever I'll be tasting. She'll have his favorite drink in hand after a hard day's work. And she'll notice how tense you are, so she'll gladly remove your shirt. Your plate is in the microwave, so a home-cooked meal is soon to follow. And her goal is to please her man, so she's never afraid to swallow. A prodigy of loyalty and self-respect. So this woman would never be caught dancing with the devil. And all of this didn't happen overnight, y'all. It took some time to get to this level. The type of woman that possessed that seldom ability to make a man end his creeping ways, because just the thought of losing her is sickening, and he don't want to enter that phase. If I ever ran into this woman, shit, it's a fact that she's gonna have my last name. And to all the beautiful ladies hearing this, I know this description doesn't exist, so I wasn't just trying to be mean. Because what you just heard Rasheem yap about was a pleasant dream unseen.